How's everybody's week off? Or no, last week. Not a week off. It wasn't a week off at all. I don't know why I said that.
It was a week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The best way I can describe it, it was a week.
Yeah, I was kind of sick all week, so I'll go ahead and say this now. If I'm sniffling or if I have to clear my throat or like cough or something, sorry. I had seasonal allergies.
I'm also dealing with seasonal allergies.
All the trees outside are coming at the same time, so
I am not excited for that.
it's fucking bad.
I know. It was always
It's like
bad.
20 degrees outside right now, where I am.
Yeah, it's 40 here today.
It's 95 outside right now. There was a dude swimming in the pool outside of my apartment.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
So,
Excuse me.
on Wednesday, a guy was getting drunk in his car in the parking lot in front of my house,
Awesome.
and somehow he managed to drive from the parking lot across the street into my yard, hitting a sign that's posted in my yard that says drug-free school zone, and then continued across the yard and hit my neighbor's side deck. Luckily at a low rate of speed, so it barely did damage to the deck. She's going to have to replace a couple stairs probably, but other than that, it's not badly damaged.
That's good.
But what a fucking idiot.
Excellent.
Right?
Yeah. And I know about what happened. I know it was a drunk driver because I have a friend that's in EMS who I just texted and happened to ask about.
Heard the call.
And she was on the site and was just like, yep, they're arresting this dumbass right now. And then when I got home from school, I saw that was actually my neighbor. And it happened in front of my house.
Nice.
And I was like, damn, that's wild. I did know already that it happened on my street, but I didn't realize it happened directly in front of my house.
Good thing you didn't go home and find out that it was your house.
Right. I mean, I'm just glad that my car wasn't in the driveway because you easily could have hit it.
Oh, that would have been just your luck.
Yeah, my car was fucking at school, so.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that was a thing. The sign is still laying in my front yard right now.
I mean, is the city gonna come and fucking fix it?
I don't know.
No, they're just gonna leave that.
I haven't
shit.
heard a damn thing about it. I'm tempted to just grab it and drag it lean it up against the side of my carport or something so that if they want to come and get it, it's right there and they can just grab it. But if I need to cut the grass, I can do that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Just fucking cut the grass around it.
Yeah,
and in 5 months when they finally come to get it, it'll be covered in grass and they won't be able to fucking find it.
It'll be tangled up through it.
God damn it.
It'll be extra hard to pick up then.
Oh yes. So, probably not a lot of bullshitting today. So I'll go ahead and do the intro, even though Jake has stepped away. Welcome to Nerdy as Hell Podcast. We're here again.
It's
us. Sorry to disappoint anyone that listened to last week. No fries this week, but next week we needed to put off.
The fries were a lie.
One more. Yeah, the fries were a lie. We needed to put off one more week because this episode was going to be so packed full
Jam-packed.
of shit. Yes, we got a lot of shit to get to.
It would have been 5 hours long.
Yes, so fries next week, along with hopefully Attack on Titan finale. So, also,
Sorry, I had to dip out
I
there
looked
for
over
a
that.
second. Apparently, Miles raged and threw a Wii controller at Ollie's head.
Ooh, that's always
Sorry.
it's par for the
Take care of
course.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Ollie's okay, right?
He's fine.
I'm sure Jake would have left if he wasn't. Shit. What was I gonna say?
we're talking about.
He's got a
Titan.
fucking Wiimote sticking out of his head like a
Oh yeah. So if
unicorn.
all goes to plan, hopefully Fries next week. My buddy will join us for the Fries, and then he'll probably bounce, and we'll talk about Attack on Titan. God knows how long. But we're gonna do a little speculating tonight. We'll probably start with that actually. So but first a little side note. I didn't announce it on the show last week, but just to give me one extra day and then us one extra day to possibly record. Our release day is going to move from Monday mornings to Tuesday mornings. But it'll be at the same time. It'll post at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So, just a little side note. It started last week, but from now on, it'll be Tuesdays. Just to give me an extra day to edit it and us an extra day to record if we can't get together on Sunday. So, but yeah, so real quick, do you guys, obviously there was no Attack on Titan today, but we're here waiting for the last episode next Sunday. It is confirmed that it's
last.
Well, it's confirmed it's the last episode of this season, which is the last episode which is the last season of the TV show. The runtime of that episode has not been revealed or anything like that. So it could be a 20-minute episode that leads into something. It could be a 2-hour-long episode. It could be a 45-minute. Who knows? But we're going to speculate here for a minute on what we think we're going to see, since there was no announcement today at that anime con or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, everybody
What
was.
are your guys' thoughts?
Everybody was basically expecting for them to come out today and basically say, yeah, this is the last episode of the season, but surprise, the actual ending is going to be in a movie or in an OVA or something like that. Because from what I understand, the anime is going to end like 7 or 8 chapters prior to the end of the manga. So there's still a lot of story that needs to be explained.
What?
A lot of plots that need to be closed. So there's a lot of... I don't see them being able to finish it in even an hour-long episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
hopefully...
think at where they're at, I could not think of a way you could put 22 minutes in this next episode and resolve it.
I have resolve all the plot lines? Absolutely
no,
not.
there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
The intro
is 2 minutes.
is like, yeah, it's like a tenth the length of the fucking episode itself.
Yeah, I really
the
just...
outro itself.
I think we'll either get... Because we had a post-credit scene at the end of last episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're really only getting like 17 minutes of the show, despite it being
A 30-minute block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I there's no way if they're gonna be like, all right, that's it, we're done.
They can't.
And
They'll
for
have
the
a
20-minute
lot. They'll
episode
piss
next
off a
week.
lot of people if they do.
They do another season, they call it the epilogue.
Oh my god,
You know what? I wouldn't put it past them.
those fuckers! No, if they're
And
they could not. We're gonna
And
take
then
another
it's
2
just-
years
they spend
off,
this
and then
whole-
we'll get you 5 episodes.
Yeah, they
to
spend
finish.
this whole fucking episode just getting it together. Like, we're refueling it. We're gonna get him. We're gonna prep the plane. Just at the end of the episode, the plane takes off. What do you guys think?
Oh, God.
And they just sit there in remembrance of everybody who was lost.
That'll take 20 minutes.
What if that's the whole episode?
Fuck no,
I'd
please.
be very upset.
Oh my god, that would be the biggest troll job in the history of TV.
That'd be worse than the way Season 8 of Game of Thrones ended.
Yes, it would. Yeah, God, fuck me. I think the internet would explode.
Anime culture would implode.
Oh
It
yeah,
would be a bad thing.
absolutely.
Yes.
But I think more.
People
I
would
think
be
there's
very
two things that are likely to happen. It'll be a 20-minute episode with like a trailer for a movie at the end, and with the announcement of the date of the release of it or some shit.
And it better be a fucking worldwide release.
Yeah, for real,
I hope so.
for real.
I don't want Japan to get it 3 months before we do.
Or,
offense to Japan.
and they said, you've noticed that the quality of the last few episodes, the animation quality, until the last episode. The last episode was really good, but the 2 or 3 before that was kind of shitty. Especially the one when we were in Arizona looked rushed as fuck, dude. But I could see it being like 2 hours. Boom, here's the end. 2 hours long, the last episode or whatever. Because I feel like they've talked about how much crunch there's been, but they had a year break.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I think the director had to like take a week off or some shit to like decompress because they've been working like 80-hour work days or work weeks, not days, or some shit to try to get it out. Wow. Yeah. So I'm like, how the fuck did it? How are they still working that hard if they had a year off? And they're CGIing all the fight scenes. It's not drawn anymore.
The only thing I could say to that is that they lost a year due to COVID.
I get that, but I don't think they ever wanted to finish the anime before the manga was done.
That's true. Speaking of manga,
I was kind of surprised when they announced that they called this the final season. Like when I saw
last year,
I was like, really? Yeah, I was like, really?
Speaking of mangas, I just recently subscribed to Shonen Jump on my phone. Greatest app you could ever purchase.
That's $1.99.
And
the subscription.
I have completely caught up on My Hero Academia. Actually, I think a new chapter dropped today.
It's bi-weekly.
Yeah, so I'm almost positive a new chapter dropped today. Yep, today. So I lied. I have one chapter to read, but I am current on My Hero, and all I'm going to say is, oh my god.
Interesting.
It was a fun week of reading.
I saw a weird, you know how, like, again, we've talked about this. I don't know if you guys use Google Chrome, but on Google Chrome on my phone, before you search anything, it has a bunch of fucking, like, clickbaity ads or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them, like, I guess, spoiled, like, a subplot that, like, the POV is changing or something in the manga.
For, My Hero?
Yeah.
I didn't really notice anything like that.
Okay. All right, never mind. I thought I read I didn't click on the article, but I just thought that it said that the point of view was changing from one character to another, or some shit like that. I mean, again, I glanced over it and was like, oh, I don't want to read that.
Maybe. I didn't, when I read through it, and like I said, I just finished it Saturday morning, so I didn't sense anything like that. Any kind of tonal changes.
Never mind then. Well, the first thing though on the docket today. So this is going to be like one of the first episodes again where we've actually got a itinerary here. Yeah, I ran it.
Okay.
While you were gone.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
So you guys may have seen this. If you didn't, I'm going to read it now, and I just want your immediate visceral reaction to this. Here's the headline. GTA Online is adding a new subscription service. That's the headline. And here we go. Rockstar Games has announced it's offering a new subscription service to GTA Online players, dubbed GTA Plus. The subscription service grants players exclusive perks for $5.99 a month, according to the announcement. Being a GTA Plus member, I can see Chris's face, that's making me laugh. I only glanced. Being a GTA Plus member grants you a recurring monthly GTA $500,000 direct deposit to your Maze Bank account, plus the opportunity to claim properties in and around Los Santos that unlock gameplay updates you may have missed out on. Special vehicle upgrades, member-only discounts, GTA money and RP bonuses, and more each month.
Yippee.
Yeah. Here's a full list of the first month's reward. 500,000 GTA monies. A car, I guess, or what is this? It says, the Principe Deveste 8, along with a complimentary house special works upgrade, for it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. You get an auto shop. You get waived Los Santos car meet membership fees. Okay, yacht owners
What?
can upgrade to the Aquarius Super Yacht at no additional cost. Some clothes are added to your wardrobe. A livery for a certain car. A selection of free paints and emblems from the auto shop. Triple GTA money and RP on how Special Works race series, and double car meet rep on the street race series. So, thoughts, gentlemen?
I think it's too much too late. Like, how old is GTA Online for GTA 5?
Well, it came out in 2013, so next year it'll be 10.
So, I just like... Basically, the thing that I was thinking was Rockstar is being money hungry like EA was initially my first reaction.
Uh-huh.
And then I started being like, I love that this is what they're spending their time developing and doing rather than
Then a new game.
Any new game at all. Like, I'm not saying it has to be another GTA 6. I'm just
Remember
saying,
when
like,
Red
why
Dead
not?
Online was supposed to be a thing, and then it just not like
They fucking aborted it.
yeah.
It's, you know, that meme with the skeleton at the bottom of the pool, like,
Yeah, that's Red Dead Online. Yeah. GTA
Nobody
6 is the
holding
one
up.
that's like about to drown, and then the one being held up is GTA Online.
yeah, not even GTA 5, but GTA 5 Online.
Yeah, because they haven't added shit to the story mode for that game.
No, I know. I wish they would please add
You want to know what's
more to the story.
funny? So I was on my PlayStation, on my PS5 the other day, so GTA Online is free to play now, basically. So that's why there's now also
I'm not even
a
shocked.
subscription service. So on top of the subscription service, all the shark cards that you pay real money for still exist too. So,
But you get a discount though.
no,
You're like
not on those.
a little bit of a discount.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay, yeah, of
no.
course
You don't
not.
get discount on real money stuff.
Nah, you can just give them more of it.
Yeah,
I think the 500,000 in-game dollars is such stupid bullshit. It's like, here's 10 hours worth of grinding.
yep.
It's all it is.
It's I can't even I cannot believe what this game has turned into.
And it's all just like focused on the racing shit. Like, they're not like giving you... I don't know.
Just this month.
That's not for
Just
me.
this month.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you
That's
don't
just
want to
not
get
for
back
me.
on GTA Online, Chris?
No, I don't
You
miss
you
it.
don't want to pay a recurring $6 a month fee to play GTA Online?
Nah. Do you remember, like, when we were trying to meet up to do heists and shit at, like, your
And the
apartment
servers
in the
never
game?
worked?
Yeah, and it would be like, "Doo."
And it would just sit there
Like,
and
the
load
the
forever.
camera-
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would never fucking get in. Or we would wait 10 minutes and then get in, and then somebody else would DC from the server, and we'd have to re-invite them.
Yep.
Oh, and then our server would be full, and we have to all find another fucking game, because 24 people,
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
Oh, I remember. I'm just...
Like, if they want to keep going with this 10-year-old fucking service, why not make it so that 100
you
people
know what
can be on the
this?
server?
You know what this tells me? Like, they're not even close to releasing GTA 6.
No, they have no intention of it.
But it's in development, guys. It's in development. Don't worry.
All right.
They have one guy locked in a fucking closet somewhere, writing the script
Yeah, he's
alone.
under the fucking stairs. He's under the stairs that leads into the development offices.
They fucking feed him with Aquafina and Cliff Bars and nothing else.
Hey, at least it's not Dasani.
No, they're not. They're not evil.
Oh, okay. They're not evil. They're not completely fucked up.
He has a bucket to shit in.
Yeah. Thoughts, Jake? I know you've never been a GTA guy, so
Yeah, I never really played GTA, and this just makes it harder for me to be interested in even playing it. So
Well, I mean, at this
They're making it
at this
less
point,
and
there's
less
no
approachable.
point. Yeah, basically.
if
I mean, it's already unapproachable because you'll spawn at level 1 and get fucking nuked by a guy with a rhino tank or a fucking, a fucking motorcycle, a fighter jet, or a motorcycle that flies in the air and shoots missiles, or a hover car, and things like that.
If we stopped playing this game before all that shit was mainstream. Like, remember
Yeah, we played it
how
for like 3 or 4 years.
generally just like hackers would have the fucking fighter jets initially, and then they could fly around the whole fucking server just harassing everyone because they were unstoppable.
Yep.
Even with homing rockets, they could just outrun the rocket. Didn't matter.
Yeah, I had never played one ever, so I'm all right.
It was you get griefed and bullied a lot.
Yeah,
in my experience,
the stories are really good. You know, I would
Yeah.
I would have eventually finished Vice City on stream if my computer stopped being a fucking piece of shit when it comes to streaming. But you know, what can you do?
I don't understand what happened. Like it was going
Don't know.
fine, and then suddenly it was just like
Yep, literally one
I
day
have
decided I
difficulty with
wanted to
this.
stream Halo Infinite when it came out, and then ever since then I've had frame issues.
Halo Infinite broke your.
Yeah, it fried my processor, I guess.
worth
Who
it.
knows? I mean, the computer still runs perfectly fine. Everything. So, except for streaming. That's it. But I can stream on Discord just fine, pretty much.
Yeah, you have some minor frame issues, but I think that's Discord, not you.
Yeah. So, I just want to go ahead and go on record and be like, Rockstar, you can fuck off with that. You can fuck right off with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Honestly, with how much they just fucking... It feels to me like they just gave up on Red Dead 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really enjoyed that a lot.
That was a great
And
game.
we're never going to get DLC, like, story additions, or like...
Nope.
Remember the zombie mode they did for Red Dead 1?
Oh, I sure do. Undead Nightmare. Great.
And... never going to get any kind of silly shit like that. And it would be so perfect.
I think that was the last single-player DLC that Rockstar ever made.
I don't remember...
Think about it, because they
can't
didn't
think of
make
one.
anything for GTA 5.
Mm-mm.
Undead
just-
Nightmare.
It's just still insane to me that I can remember being in high school and everyone being excited about fucking GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it came out. Well, it came out actually 2013 in like October or something. So it was like the year after we graduated. But I think it was.
But we knew about it.
Yeah, it had been announced and all that shit.
We were like salivating over it,
Oh,
but we never got to
yeah.
play it. We were like, oh, I can't wait. And to its credit, it was phenomenal when you got to play it.
Oh yeah. Oh
Initially.
yeah. I mean, the game's still good. It's just GTA Online
Like,
is
it
a
picks up-
cesspool.
And you're doing a street race like immediately. Like that was, I don't know. The game was fun.
I've seen those people who do like Grand Theft Auto RP.
Oh, role playing. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's kind of cool. Some people get way, way, way into it though.
Yeah, I've got too much. I got too much respect for myself to drive the speed limit and role play as a fucking
Oh.
civilian.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean.
Yep.
I was
What's
confused.
that
Like,
game that
did
Morty
you-
plays on fucking Rick and Morty at Blitz and Chits?
oh, it's the guy's name. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
Is that in like the newest season? Because I haven't seen the newest one.
No, it's
No,
pretty
it's
old.
from the first season.
I don't remember.
Where
he's
like Rick takes whatever his name is, off the grid. He's and like beats the game or something fucking crazy like that. Whereas Morty just lives a normal life.
Yeah, and like
Don't remember.
he's the carpet salesman, and he gets out of the game. He's like, "What the hell? What the hell? I had a wife. I had a kids. Where are they?" That's what I see. The like GTA role player people like. No offense if you do it. That's just what I picture.
No offense if you do it.
He picks
Just-
somebody
kidding.
picks a random NPC that usually spawns in the park and like fucking stalks it. This is my girlfriend, guys.
Oh my god. No, people
We're
do
having
that
trouble right now.
without role playing. Come on, man.
They do. People have fucking anime pillows, so I'm not
true.
hating.
It's true. Jake's smiling. He's trying to hold it in. I bet he's got one in there somewhere.
It's just the
It's
fact
okay
that
if you
I've
do.
considered.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably added like a Levi body pillow to cart and then but just never gone through with it. It's been sitting in the cart for like a year.
If it's Levi, I'll tell you this much: it is not for me.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay. So I've played a little Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Does anybody want any impressions on that, or do you want to go ahead and move on? just maybe a little bit.
I'm
I've only
interested.
played like first 2 hours of it. It's good.
What is your-
it's very
what are your
Borderlandsy. I honestly, it's really refreshing compared to like Borderlands 3. It's funny. Gameplay's good. I like being able to make my own character for the first time in like a Borderlands game. But overall, I mean, I so far it's at least a solid probably 8 out of 10. I would say it seems like it's going to be. It would be fun to play with people, but
Sure.
I don't know.
I
don't know how that is yet.
Fair.
Allie bought the new
Yes.
Kirby game.
Oh, how does she?
Nerd.
What does she think about that?
She likes it. She likes it a lot more than what was it, Superstar Allies or whatever, the last one that came out on the Switch.
Could
Yeah.
not tell you.
That one
the
was
last
like a
Kirby game
2-hour
called.
game, and this one she's been playing it nonstop since like last night. There's a lot more to do.
Because I thought I saw a little bit about it on Reddit, and it looked kind of
Yeah,
awesome.
it's fun from what I've watched and seen her play.
Interesting. I've seen the stupid shit at work with the stupid Kirby red balls out front of Target. and,
know.
yeah, Kirby bags and stuff. It's super annoying.
They're not doing that at the Target here, so I didn't know that y'all were doing that shit.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Well, we've got 2 more things to talk about real quick before we get into the main topic for today.
The meat and potatoes.
Yes. We'll stay on the topic of games. So I'm sure you guys saw it because somebody sent it to me. I don't remember which one of you guys sent it. But basically the new Witcher game has been announced that it's in development.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
did you guys see
you
that?
sent that to me. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I sent it?
Mhm.
I think I sent it to all of you guys.
Yeah. I did
But
see.
it's been the subtitle underneath the thing, which is like a medallion in the snow, says a new saga begins. So we're gonna speculate for a few minutes here. Also, kind of we'll also say kind of what we want to see from it. Give a little bit of
It's a prequel
prequel.
That's what I bet.
Prequel to what?
to Geralt's story.
So the books.
Sure. Like it's not Geralt's story. It's before. Is what I suspect.
Okay.
That's
all right.
my thought.
Okay. Well, it does have a new Witcher School medallion on the poster or the picture, and it has been confirmed that it is a Lynx medallion.
I must have not looked at it that well because I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it was a Lynx either.
I thought it looked like a Lynx. I was like, okay, that's a new one. I was like, well, maybe it's a cat school. That's fine. That's cool. It could still be a cat school because that's a cat. So
Yes, that's how I was thinking. It was cat school, but I didn't realize like Lynx.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, I
not
don't. They've just confirmed it's a Lynx. They didn't say if it was from a specific school or not. So.
fair enough.
Again, it could be a cat school. They could be like kind of employing that a little bit of like creativity from like, you know how the show all the guys have like unique wolf medallions.
Yeah,
they could be like employing that idea, which I think would be cool.
you'll be fine with that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, it's officially a Lynx medallion.
but it doesn't say School of the Lynx or anything like that. So just says it's a Lynx. That's all. So again, could be a cat. Who knows? Could be cat school. Could really might not even mean anything.
Honestly, I'm fine with it. If it's not a prequel, if it's taken wherever the timeline is,
Which
I'm all in.
honestly, I after re-listening to the first couple books again, and they never really mention many other schools other than I think the Manticore school in the books. Jake, do you remember them ever mentioning any other Witcher schools in the books?
Wasn't there a griffin?
I think, but
And a cat?
I can't. Well, those are in the games, I know for sure, but I don't really ever remember them going in depth to talk about what
They never
those-
really talked about them, but they did mention them in brief passing, I thought.
I'll look it up. You guys talk about what you think this game might like, what this game might be, or what you want to see. So go for it.
So I'm going to go under the assumption that this is School of the Lynx.
Okay.
I wonder how I see it going. It can go one of two ways. Either like what Chris was saying is that it's like a prequel that doesn't really revolve around Geralt at all. Maybe Geralt isn't really even present in this game, or this is post the books, post Wild Hunt, and this is Geralt training a new Witcher. Not new Witchers, a new Witcher. See,
okay, only three exist in the books, and that would be the wolf, the griffin, and the cat. Those are the only three ever mentioned in the books.
I was right.
So,
but yeah, I either see it. I see it going one of those two directions.
Okay.
What I hope they
Chris?
don't do. Sorry, real quick. As they make it like this random person just automatically knows how to be a Witcher. He had the powers within him the whole time, and blah, 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 blah. That's the last thing I want. Because I'm sure that's a thought that came across one of the developers' minds. What if there's just some random person out there who has all the powers and the abilities, just doesn't know it yet? Fuck off with that.
I don't think the developers think that way. I think that they know enough about Witcher. I mean,
I give them enough credit to not do that.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about something here in a little bit that doesn't deserve that much credit. Go ahead, Chris.
I think that this is going to go either one of two ways. Either this is going to be a full-fledged, like what we're imagining, AAA game, in which case this isn't going to be fucking coming out for like 5 to 8 years.
It is. This is the next entry in the AAA Witcher saga, or Witcher series. So, it's not titled Witcher 4 or anything, it's just, they just announced that it's in development. The next Witcher game.
Right.
So,
Witcher 2,
so it's going to be it's going to be a long fucking time till this is done, and we're going to see anything concrete.
Yeah, they've committed to no crunch, so that's what the game director said, so we'll see.
But I was thinking it's either going to be a high scale like that, like you just said it would be, or it was going to be something lesser, like
pay-to-play app.
Well, like the fucking other games, like they have the Gwent game, and they have the Iron Throne. What's it called?
It's another Gwent game.
Yeah, the other Witcher
Thronebreaker
spin-off games. Yeah, Thronebreaker. That's what it was. I was just I was thinking it might be something between like that level game and the like I don't know how to put it, like a B tier game. If that makes sense.
God, I hope not.
Like until I know that they're going to be really investing the same kind of quality and resources into it, I don't want to get my hopes too high. Speculation.
I just remembered a fact that they've said about this game. They've abandoned the Red Engine and they're moving to Unreal Engine 5. So if you think they're going to do that for like a Gwent game, that'd be insane.
Right. I mean, Unreal Engine's and everything.
Yeah. So they're doing it to try to speed up production, and I think the thing that really held back Cyberpunk's development was the Red Engine. So they're going towards, instead of their own proprietary engine, they're moving to Unreal Engine 5. So,
what if it was just like a VR Gwent game?
God, stop!
You just be like,
why the fuck would they throw the medallion? Like, no, Chris, no.
You can look down and see it dangling.
Shut up! No. Don't do this to me.
That's if Rockstar was developing it. That's what would happen.
No, if Rockstar was developing it, they'd throw a multiplayer mode into Witcher 3 and ask you to pay money for it.
Who are we kidding? If Rockstar was developing
it, and they throw cars, it'd be like, look, you can get the new Lamborghini in Witcher 3 that just came out. Here you go, drive the Lambo around.
But they would.
It'll barely fit through the Novigrad city streets.
Yeah, it won't they'll make no accommodation in the game, so it's just like hitting every hard object that won't break.
But you could double tap A and it'll drive to your location.
You can jump over fences with it.
Yeah, there you go, and it'll drive up onto rooftops. So what I think it most likely is I think that it will probably be its own standalone series, since the subtitle on the little picture says, a new saga begins. So I think we're either going to get a prequel era that isn't necessarily, it's not a prequel to the Witcher's games or the books. It's just going to take place in the, prior to, when Witchers were actually being
abundant,
created. And they were much more needed and more abundant. Yes, I think
what they're doing with this Harry Potter game, the time frame where they're sending it in. There's no connection to the movie,
and with the Witcher show, Blood Origins or whatever.
Yeah.
May I just say that if they do decide to go down this route, then they can. This opens them up to it gives them a lot more freedom.
Yep.
Because if they do decide to do it in that era where there's an abundance of Witchers, character customization could easily be
that's where I was going.
In addition,
so that's where I was getting
and
to.
They could probably do an amalgamation of the cyberpunk concept where it's an open world that's fully interactable, and you
where the starting of the game is different based on which Witcher school you go to. That's what I was thinking. So I
awesome.
think that what they'll probably do, they will either steer away from the customization and make a character, which again, I'm okay with that, or make the character customizable and, you go through the beginning, the tutorial of the game is being turned into a Witcher, or going through the trial grasses and the training and all that shit, which would be super cool. And then you go out on the path and you discover a fucking mystery or some shit you got to do. Cool. Awesome. But that's what I'm kind of hoping it is. I would also be okay if it was a sequel series where you just play a series. So, but I don't think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the medallion. I doubt that that's what it is. So, well, that's my thoughts. I'm excited. I'm sure it'll be another decade. I'll probably have children graduating high school before that game comes out. So,
you'll be I've been waiting for this since before you were born.
Yep.
I will for sure have children graduating before it jumps out.
And then it comes out, and it's fucking buggy and rushed.
No. Shut up.
Because people like us are hurry up, CD Projekt, wah.
Give me your fucking game right now, or I'll threaten to kill you. Oh, your game
sucks.
In
Poland right now.
Your game
sucks. The geopolitical climate out there is kind of tense, to say the least.
No, it's no.
I don't know how much.
Chris, do you know something about the political climate of the world that we don't?
Yeah, what?
I don't want to talk about it on our podcast.
Oh, okay. Okay, anyway.
But, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. One more thing before we get to our main topic here. So, last week, literally the day that the last episode of the podcast came out, last Tuesday, I guess Matt Reeves decided, you know what, hey, I know it's still in theaters, but fuck it. A lot of people are bitching about that last Joker scene in the movie. So here you go, fuckers. Here you go. Here's a 5-minute and 6-second deleted scene of Batman visiting someone who is not yet known as the Joker, but is Joker at Arkham State Hospital to see what he has to say about the Riddler's crimes and thus far, so he could try to learn more about him or get in his head. And we watched it just before we started recording. I watched it the day it came out.
So did I.
I'll start. So I think when we talked about it, I thought that the scene was fine. It did feel a little weird in the movie.
Yeah, I can see why it got cut out.
And, well, no, not the new scene. I mean, the one that was in the movie felt weird.
Oh, okay. Understood.
The one people were bitching about.
Yeah, the one people were kind of why? Why did you have to put Joker in it at the end there, right? And I was kind of in that, yeah, fuck you, Chris. I was kind of in that. I was like, it's fine, whatever, In my opinion, I think they probably should have cut out the one that was in the movie and put this one in. This scene, absolute. I was like, I can kind of wait on Joker. Don't really need Joker yet. Don't really need that. But what I would love them to do after this scene, I would love them to not have him the main villain in the next movie, but I would really like him to be like a Hannibal Lecter like role, like this.
I totally had Hannibal Lecter vibes. With
Yeah,
that too.
where Batman goes and gets insight from him, and they
Yes.
have those tense
he's
conversations.
like Clarice. Yeah.
Yes, it almost helps him solve it almost.
Yeah,
And
that
then
scene gives
go ahead,
better
Chris.
context to the end.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
where
You either need
gives
to
way
have
better
both of them
context.
or neither. In my opinion, I think if you wanted just
agree.
one, I would have I would say the one that we saw, the deleted scene, was better. That scene was intense. It was very interesting. Like the rest of the movie. The one
His
that
nails were all like,
oh god, yeah, yeah, he was nasty as fuck looking.
like he's been biting him or something.
I don't know what he definitely looked like a motherfucker that's fallen into some acid. I'd have to say.
was
falling
he's
out
played
is-
by one of the Eternals actors.
Yeah, the guy that played Druig, Barry Cogan or something like that.
Yeah, and the whatever Eternal fucked off and decided to start his own cult village. That's the dude.
Yeah, that guy, Druig, the guy I just said.
I know. I just giving
The
clarification.
guy that was together with the mute, really fast Eternal that was like Flash.
Mhm.
Yes, that guy.
Yes, and he did really well.
So, yeah, you guys' opinions
there was
on this deleted scene versus, and all that stuff.
there was one part in this deleted scene where I really, really feel like he channeled his inner Heath Ledger.
When he's like,
He kind of got up there and started talking like this, just a little bit. The whole
Yes.
and I was like, wow, that's really good, but that's a little too much for my taste. Like,
You were like, dial it
make
back.
it yourself, like make it your own. But other than that, I thought it was a great scene. Like you said, I didn't think about it until you said it. That does give like super Hannibal Lecter and Clarice vibes. Their whole dynamic,
mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
that puts
Love
a
it.
fresh spin on it, and it's actually really nice. You're right. I 100% agree with that. All in all, like I was happy with either scene in the movie. I had no idea people were bitching about that last scene at the end of the movie. But
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's like just felt out of place.
if I had to say anything, at the moment when I saw it, I probably would have said, "Well, this feels weird. We went the whole movie without him."
I remember kind of being like, come on.
I was like, we had a great movie and we didn't need him. Like, yeah, I love the Joker as much as the next person, but we didn't need him in this movie. Like, we did great.
But imagine if that scene were not deleted and you saw that entire, like, him questioning him
That would have been some
well before
much better
Riddler
reveal.
was
That
there.
would have been better. Yes.
And then they're in the same
Because
cell
it would've-
block and he's like,
would have had more
"Ooh."
context.
Yes. It wouldn't have felt nearly out of place. It would have been
Yeah,
like,
'cause
"Ooh."
He felt shoehorned in the last second to last scene.
Yeah, because it's like,
Exactly.
people are going to get mad that the Joker wasn't in this movie. We better put the Joker in this movie.
It kind of felt like a studio exec was like, gotta have Joker in. You filmed scene with Joker? Gotta put it in there. Gotta tease it. Joker.
But the theatrical cut for the film, like the way it just springs him on you at the end,
Yeah.
it just is not the right way to introduce a character.
I'm
If that
excited
scene-
to get the extended
We're
version
not-
of this movie.
Exactly.
I'm
I'm curious.
already
How
seeing
could it-
ads for it for HBO Max. So,
Oh yeah, dude. Oh
Big
yeah. Oh
Stinny
yeah.
Cut?
who knows?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking really?
Yeah, it's
Hell yes.
Sweet.
the downtime between movies getting released in theaters and then released to like home viewing over the last few years has just, especially
Dude, oh my
post
God, I know.
COVID,
Isn't it wonderful?
like
You
that's
used to have to wait like almost a year, bro.
yeah, that's like one of the
Oh my
best things
God.
to come out of COVID is that you get these great movies that come into theaters. They make their run for like 3 weeks because let's be real, after about 3 weeks to maybe a month,
And 99% of all of it falls off.
exactly, everybody who wants to see it has seen it. So they're like, you're losing money by keeping on showing it in the theater. So fuck it, release it. Especially with the early access, like fucking Spider-Man was available like a week and a half ago on Apple TV already to buy.
Yeah,
And
I
I
pre-ordered the ultimate like Blu-ray steel case edition from Best Buy.
I was
so
gonna say,
I'll
I
get
was
that when
this
it comes out in
close
April.
to buying it, but I'm like, I would rather have it physical because I'll get a physical copy, I'll get the Blu-ray, the DVD, And if they still do the Blu-ray DVD, I don't know if they still do that, but I'll get
And
the
plus,
Blu-ray.
you usually get a digital version.
Exactly,
with
you
it.
get a digital copy with it. So I check all my boxes if I buy it once instead of buying it twice on digital and physically. I have been wanting to rewatch it though, so every day it gets a little bit harder, but I'll wait. I'm a big boy.
So, different subject, but kind of same vein.
Okay.
Are you guys going to mount up for Morbius?
I love the reference, Chris. Thank you. I'm so excited to take a shit on that movie.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to
so
take
excited.
a shit on this movie too.
It's being universally hated right now by
Yeah,
critics.
yeah.
And
So do you guys think-
early screenings? I can't wait.
It's time. Should Sony just let Spider-Man go?
yeah.
Give it to
Yeah,
Marvel?
they-
Yes.
Keep your filthy
It's been
Sony
time.
executive hands off it?
Who the fuck? I just want to. This is a question I'm going to ask. By the way, obviously none of us have seen Morbius.
No,
But
it's
this
not
is
even
a
out
question
yet.
I'm going to ask in a minute when we're talking about our main topic. Who's that movie made for? Who was like, oh, I want a fucking Morbius movie. Oh, I fucking want it. Oh, fucking Morbius. Who
I know.
fucking
I didn't even know
cares about
who that
Morbius?
was.
I saw a
Until I
fucking
saw that.
ad about Jared Leto talking about, like, he's this legendary Marvel character. I'm like, no! No, he's not!
He's not legendary.
He's a C-level character. He's like a C-level Spider-Man villain, bro.
Yeah, I
Trying
heard
to
that
elevate
today
him.
when I was watching the race for and during a commercial for Morbius. It was like,
So Jared Leto commercial,
Yeah.
he's like, this legendary Marvel character.
yeah, the next great Marvel character comes to theaters on April 4th. The next great,
Who?
the next great should have been.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know this character outside of the animated 90s Spider-Man show
That's the only place I know
and
from.
Spider-Man 3 and the Spider-Man 3 game.
Okay.
Never seen him in
I didn't
anything
even
else.
remember from the show at all.
It's okay. Don't worry. You didn't miss much.
The old the
And I did try to watch a bunch
old
of it.
90s Spider-Man is the best one. I mean, 90s was a great time for comic book character cartoon shows.
Oh, yeah,
You had
absolutely.
X-Men, you had Batman, you had Spider-Man. They were great. They were all great.
But yeah.
So is this one that we're not going to want to watch in theaters? We're just going to wait till it comes out on HBO?
Oh, I'm going to go see it in theaters.
I'm probably going to go
Are you
see
gonna
it in theaters too.
So you're going to pay like money and actually feel the
Yes.
outrage.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
yes, because
Chris,
the cheap seats.
I'm honest, Chris.
But you know you're going to get
Chris,
it, right?
because I know you're not going to want to go watch it because you haven't seen Venom or anything like that. I am very, very tempted to drive up to fucking Harrisonburg and take you to the goddamn movies so we can watch it and take a shit on it together. I'm very tempted.
We can meet up halfway.
Oh, we can meet in Charlottesville and go to Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
That sounds
so
like a
yeah. We
blast.
should. Totally.
That's nowhere near halfway, but
that
sure.
would, that would.
I mean, that's still that's like an hour for you. It's like an hour and a half for me.
That's why. That's
Really?
at least you're getting a good trip out of it, and you're getting a good
for sure.
theatrical experience. Maybe the movie sucks ass, but
We could eat at Cane's
Yeah, we can eat Cane's. Oh my god! All right,
there you
we're
go.
doing
It's a date.
or
It's a date.
Zaxby's because that's there too.
It's a date. There it is.
There's-
You've heard it here first,
what-
folks.
Is it going to be Zaxby's or Cane's? that
Oh,
we go to?
Cane's, 100%. You can get Zaxby's if you want. I'm getting Cane's. I can get
Maybe I'll
Zaxby's
get-
anytime.
Cane's, and then I'll take Zaxby's home.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So I can review those fries. I'm doing
Yeah.
it for the listeners.
Oh, true.
I'll tell you this.
Hold on, let me look up. When does that movie come
I'm a
out?
selfless
Like the
person.
second, I think, or something like that.
That's why.
Damn.
I'll-
It should have come out on the first because it's a fucking joke.
Really? I thought it did come out on the first.
I'll tell you this much.
It does?
Oh,
yes!
sweet.
Yes, it does! Yes!
I thought it did.
Yes! Yes, it totally does. That's fucking awesome.
The irony is not lost on us here.
Yep. So let me look at the calendar here. Oh, all right, Chris. We're gonna go the week after because next week our next recording is gonna be on April 3rd, and that's gonna be the Fries episode and Attack on Titan. So
It's already going to be busy.
yeah, so we will go. I'll go up there the next week. By then, no one will want to see it anymore, so it'll be an empty theater.
I bet after the third
I
day.
was gonna say you might be pretty safe after on opening night.
I'm not gonna drive up to Charlottesville on opening.
Well, I
night.
know. I'm just saying.
Opening.
I'm
night.
just saying.
I would be.
I gotta
you
see
can't-
Jared Leto.
you can't
I have
catch-
to see him.
You couldn't. You would
I'm the
not
biggest
catch me.
Leto head.
You would.
That fucker should have stayed singing, man. He was so much better as a
You
singer.
Yeah, he won an Oscar.
For real.
Yeah, he's still better as a singer.
He was good in Dallas Buyers Club.
I still haven't seen
He's
that movie.
as good as Leonardo DiCaprio.
You
They both
said,
have Oscars.
yeah, okay, yeah, he's just as good of an actor. Yeah, exactly.
Proven.
You wouldn't catch me dead at a Morbius midnight premiere.
I'll be in the front,
In the
first
front?
in line. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
sitting there like-
front.
first in line.
With my Morbius fucking cape.
Try to find some Morbius gear.
First in
I dare you.
first in line for
You have to
in a
make
line
it.
of 3 people.
Oh my
That's
god!
right.
And they'd probably be wearing like Dracula capes. Yeah,
But
they'd
that's how
have their
you know.
vampire fangs in.
Hopefully, Blade does better than
Yeah, but-
this
Oh, I bet it will. I bet Blade will do better than this.
because that's
This movie's also been delayed for like 2 fucking years. So
that's also
It's going to come out.
Marvel
very
Studios though made solely as Blade, so it should be much better.
yeah, it'll be a Marvel movie. So yeah, of course it'll do better.
I'll tell you this
Oh,
much: I'm going
I
to see
can't wait.
Sonic 2 before I see Morbius.
Well, there you
And you're
go.
going to enjoy
There
Sonic
you
2
go.
way more.
I guarantee I would enjoy Sonic and Sonic 2 better. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. We should watch it and we should talk about what's better, Sonic 2 or Morbius,
Okay,
and talk about how
Like,
ridiculous it is that Sonic 2 is
What
better
if
than
Morbius is the worst movie we've ever seen?
I hope it is.
We
I
compare
hope
everything
it is so
to
bad.
Morbius.
I hope it is.
I'll
Oh my
be
god, that
willing-
would be great.
I'll be willing to
Yes!
eat my own shit for that movie.
If you think Morbius is better,
No,
than
no, no, no,
Sonic
no. My own shit, meaning like how I defended Morbius for so long, and now I'm hearing all this shit.
oh, it's going to be good, guys.
Now I'm hearing all this shit, and I'm like, oh, god damn it, it fucking let me down. But I'm ready to
I
eat
know.
crow on it.
We heard less shit than this when Mortal Kombat was coming out.
Yeah,
And that movie
True.
was bad.
that movie was bad, but
True.
He admits it finally a year later.
a year
It was
later,
bad.
yeah.
So is Morbius going to be the new like shitty movie bar?
Yeah, like Suicide Squad.
You'll be like, oh, this movie
You know
sucked,
what?
but
You know,
Jared Leto's
those
the best
movies
one.
have 2 things. Those movies have 2 things in common.
Jared Leto should just stay away.
I don't know
from
what they-
Jared
I don't
Leto.
know.
I don't know what they are, but
you can. It just shows like with even a AAA budget, Jared Leto can make it a B movie. It doesn't matter how you advertise it. It doesn't matter how good the effects are. You put Jared Leto into it, and suddenly it's a Nicolas Cage fucking special. But Nicolas Cage actually makes it fun.
apparently he's been making good ass movies recently. Did you see that one that he's in with? That I just saw a trailer for it. It's called. You know what? It doesn't matter. We're getting way off.
You're
We're getting
probably right.
way
It's
off
a
base
Steven
right
I do
Seagal's.
know that there is a Nicolas Cage movie that's like a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff movie where Nicolas Cage is the main actor and doesn't have a single line in the movie.
I love that he takes roles like that.
God.
Who
All
else
he
but him?
does, I tried watching. It's on Hulu, so it's readily available for anybody to watch. I tried watching the first like half hour of it. I couldn't take his smoldering looks anymore
Smoldering.
because that's all he was doing. It was driving.
Oh, you know
what
what?
else do you call it?
So
You know he practices that so
yeah.
much.
All right, I got a question before we get into this next our main topic, Chris. Why
Yes.
do you not want to watch Jackass together and react to it? Can you tell me?
I don't want to have it published
Okay.
because I don't want it to reflect back on me for my career thing. Now, if I can watch it and just have my camera not show
No,
me
it's not-
personally.
Not you personally. No, we're not going to release. We're only going to release audio.
It's
It's going to be like a watch along.
Yeah, because if
Yeah,
we show the
we're-
video, we're screwed.
we would get copywritten. Yeah, no,
Okay, I didn't want to do that.
No,
I
just-
just thought
no,
that was a
just
bad
audio.
idea.
no. Yeah,
Okay,
it'll
okay.
be like a special. All right, so now that Chris has agreed, so we're gonna at some point soon. We're all gonna watch Jackass, whatever the fuck it
Forever.
was, forever, together.
Yeah, the shitty ass new one.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it together. We are gonna watch it together on Zoom, and I'm just basically gonna save the one audio file from Zoom or some shit and release it as a special episode as a watch along. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, you guys can watch it, and I'll do like a countdown at the beginning of the video for exactly where we are, so you can sync it up if you guys want to do that.
That's a neat idea. I've never thought of or heard of that. But
What's hilarious is that we were talking about how movies go straight from theater to streaming services. Like Jackass came out.
Yeah, that shit came out in January, didn't it?
Yeah, that's how fast we're at now in turnaround with movies and movie theaters.
But that's nice. Remember how long we had to wait for fucking Avengers?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's on the docket soon. So be ready for that. All right. So we haven't talked about it. I haven't mentioned it once. But our main topic today is we're going to talk about the first episode of the new Paramount Plus TV show, flagship TV show, Halo.
That has apparently been in the works since like Halo 2.
Well, no, not that long. It's been in the works for about 7 to 8 years. It was announced 7 or 8 years ago.
It's been in the works for a hot minute.
Since I think 2014 is when it was announced that it was being worked on.
Good God. I didn't expect that. That was a long time.
Chris, we watched the Xbox showcase in your old house in your room when they announced that they were making a Halo show.
Yeah, but I thought that they just
that was produced by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, it was right around the time Xbox One was coming out.
Yeah, I think it was
that was
like
actually really
I think it was
good,
like
too.
right when it was coming out or the year after. Yeah. Yeah, they might as well have given up on it. Just to give a little tease on my early thoughts on this first episode. Now, granted, I don't know how many episodes this season's going to be. But we are only critiquing episode 1, and I think we will wait to talk about it until it's over again. Maybe we'll do like every couple episodes we'll talk about it.
Unless something completely egregious.
We'll do a segment. We could also do a segment called like
This Week in Halo.
Halo show this week, or something like that. So we're gonna talk about episode 1. I can see everyone's Jake's holding it in, shaking his head right now. I'm there with him actually. Chris, you've had little to no reaction. You watched it today. Please, sir. Overall,
Take it away.
Dislike it.
I like it.
Okay. All right. Jake.
Okay,
Chris. Never mind.
That's not to say... I'm sorry. It's not to say that I think it's great or perfect. There were things about it that I heavily want to criticize that I'm saving.
Okay.
But overall, I would say it's... I like it more than I dislike it.
Fair.
I'll say that.
Okay. Jake, you want to go?
Yeah. Genuinely, as a show, do I think it'll be decently successful? Probably. Do I like it? Meh. I could live without it. And it's not egregious to watch. I'm kind of in the middle of the road about it. I haven't played all the Halo games. I played enough of them for me to understand things and know how things work and know what's wrong and what's right when it comes to stuff like that.
You play them enough to understand the characters.
The characters, their like drives, their motives, their characteristics and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm very...
Just leave it at that.
I'm lukewarm to it.
Because we really want
What I want to say real fast is I do want to preface everything I'm about to say and then we're about to say, because I forgot. This is not the same timeline. This is not supposed to be the same timeline as the games. This is what they're calling the silver timeline. Why they did this, I don't know.
Because of silver team bullshit.
I guess, yeah, sure. But first and foremost, before I even talk about the show, fuck the app. The app is awful.
Paramount Plus?
On what? On what? Your TV?
On the Xbox. On Xbox One.
It is such fucking garbage on my smart TV.
It's bad on my smart TV, too.
Awful.
It's as bad as HBO Go, or HBO Now. It's just as terrible.
It's a terrible app.
I don't know where my fucking cursor is.
For worst app I've ever used.
It takes half an hour for it to go one page down when you're scrolling through shit.
Yep.
It is.
By the way, the subtitles are black.
Yeah. Okay.
So, unless someone is wearing white, or you're there in an all-white room, you literally can't see them.
That's fantastic.
I can change the color of the subtitles on my TV, but yes.
Yeah.
The Xbox app, they're black.
Yeah, Paramount Plus, you need to fucking fix your app. It is terrible. It only works on my phone.
I also
I
for real.
smartcast from my
I
phone
also
because that's the easiest way to do it.
excuse me. I also signed up for the $6 subscription or whatever, and I still have to watch about 10 minutes of ads.
God.
See, I signed up for it when it was.
I have 4 90-second ad breaks.
I signed up for
During the
it like
show.
a year and a half ago because we wanted to watch that Stephen King The Stand series. So we might be paying the same as we started, but we're paying $9 for the no commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paramount Plus,
But,
fix your app.
all right, show.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
Paramount Plus, you fucking suck. All right, but feelings on the show. Episode 1. I probably liked maybe 20% of it.
The first 20 minutes of it?
Or do you mean 20% of
20%
like,
of
total?
the whole total episode?
I was just saying, like, I
would say I either disliked or strongly disliked the other 80%.
Interesting.
So yeah, no, not happy about this first episode. I'll watch the whole season. I'm going to.
So am I.
But, yeah, so I guess, we can start getting into it. I've got some notes for the first time in like months, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So my first thoughts, in terms of like actual thoughts on the show, what the show feels like, and just watching the first episode, it feels like someone who has never played Halo or doesn't know anything about Halo, never read a book, doesn't know anything about it, grabbed a bunch of Halo toys and were like, wow, these toys look cool. I'm going to make up my own story and play, and then they just started playing with them. And that's what this show feels like.
That's fair. That is 100% fair. I can definitely see that.
Which, again, the thing I prefaced it at, that is technically what they were trying to do,
Because
I
they're
guess.
creating their own
Although
timeline.
they're creating their own timeline, which I'm not necessarily against, I guess. But when you change the lore and basic things about characters, especially main characters, I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Can I bring up what I think your issue with the lore is and the main character problems?
Go ahead.
Why are the people afraid of the UNSC and Spartans? Why are humans, people, why are they afraid of them?
So that is actually, lore-wise, that's actually correct.
Really?
So the Spartans were, if you would listen to our Halo episode of Nerd Space,
yeah.
you would have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the UNSC was
yes.
originally at war against, a civil war against insurrectionist human colonies for years and years. And the Spartan 1s and 2s were actually created to fight insurrectionists.
Okay.
And
was blissfully unaware.
And they did
of
it very well.
yes, they kidnapped children and brainwashed them and, experimented on them and made them into super soldiers.
Oh, so
Okay.
That makes sense. Episode 1 makes a little bit more sense now to me.
Mm-hmm. And during the middle of the Civil War, the UNSC encountered the Covenant on a planet called Harvest. After the Covenant learns that this new race of humans, or this new species of alien to them, has been discovered, and they find out that they are actually reclaimers, which are what the Forerunners. The reclaimers species are basically like the
chosen ones.
The chosen ones by the Forerunners to basically take up the mantle of the universe. And the entire Covenant religion, in short, is that their belief is that they are reclaimers and that they are supposed to take up the mantle and create and accomplish the great journey by firing the Halo rings.
So it's the Mideast, but in sci-fi.
Well, kind of, yeah, but
I
but anyway,
overly
so
drastically, egregiously simplifying it.
So after the prophets discover that their entire religion is false, they just lie to the rest of the Covenant, and they decide
they cover it up.
They cover it up and decide to lie to the rest of the Covenant, and they just genocide humans.
Okay,
that's the entire basis of the Covenant War.
That was the biggest concern, or biggest why are people afraid? Why are human species afraid of the Spartans and the UNSC and all that? So, thank you. That clarifies that.
That part again was okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
But
there were certain things, fundamental changes about characters and in relationships between characters that I found disagreeable.
Yep, and this is just episode 1.
Yeah, so they really did it early.
It did come out about a week ago or 2 weeks ago that the showrunner quoted it saying that they didn't consult or play any of the games, and basically just straight up ignored them while producing this show. And I think it definitely shows.
I would say that's a little troublesome to
even
hear.
In just the first episode.
You should have a base knowledge.
Yeah, but remember earlier...
It's called doing research.
Yeah, remember earlier when I asked you guys who Morbius is made for?
Yeah.
Who is this made for?
Who is this show made for? Is it made for Halo fans or is it made for casuals?
It's made for casuals because...
people that don't know.
It's made for whoever they can cast the biggest net to.
Okay, but let me ask you, what in this first episode of a TV show gripped you? What do you know it? Do you know these characters enough to feel any emotions when things are
when
made,
they die?
or anything like that? Right? Like, do you feel anything for these characters? Even as a Halo fan, I would say literally no. Like, I don't care about anyone on the screen.
Lightly.
I only care about Master Chief because I know who he is.
That was literally about to say.
Plight.
The only person I really give 2 shits about is Master Chief. Maybe Shepard.
They don't Shepard?
Shepard's...
Or not Shepard.
What?
The commander. The UNSC, the African American.
Commander Keyes?
Keyes, yeah, sorry. Keyes. I don't know why I was thinking Shepard. Master Chief and Keyes, they're the only people that I'm like, I can invest, I need you to stay alive energy into.
Okay. But only because you know who those characters are. Do you actually care? Do you learn who any of these characters are in the first episode?
Not at all.
Even in their own, in a basic
not
way.
at all. But here, the direction that they're taking with Master Chief, I believe that is 100% intentional.
Okay, I was going to get to that at the end because I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I don't disagree with you on that.
There's something,
but just to defend that statement.
What happened in this episode is some shit that you would that you would do in the very last episode of a season. The way this episode ended, that's how you end a season, especially a first season.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a very fair point. I mean, I can see it working at the beginning or the end, where I couldn't see it working as somewhere in the middle, because it's too big of a plot
I could see this working at the beginning of season 2 when you know who these motherfuckers are.
And you understand what is so wrong.
Okay, you know what you're.
Did you just see what I'm saying? If these were characters, if what's her name? Her name is
Quan.
Quan. So it seems like this character Quan is. It almost seems like she's the main character, and Master Chief is going to be made into a side character in his show, in his own show.
He's the not important, the less important Mando.
I will wait and see what they do with him.
The less important Mando.
I will wait and see. But I think the show felt very generic in episode 1. It just felt super generic. The best part about the entire episode was the action. In my opinion.
But that's only going to get you so far.
Yes. It feels like to me, like, I also wrote, like, nothing really makes sense. Like, nothing's explained again. Like, Master Chief from the start is just like, you know what? I'm gonna ignore orders. Fuck this. I'm doing this.
Okay.
Like literally in the first episode.
So
they're like, "Oh, you don't question them," and he was like,
I'm replaying the episode back in my mind as we're talking about it, and the point that you're making that this should be the end of episode 1 or end of season 1. That's how it should be. You are correct. You are 100% correct.
Because these characters' morals haven't been established at all.
We never got to know.
And also, Quan literally has a conversation with Master Chief, like, you literally, like, you killed my mom.
You killed my
mother. I trust
mother,
you completely now.
Yeah.
Within a minute.
Within like 5 minutes of getting to know each other, Master Chief's like,
yes,
you know what? Fuck my years of military programming and training and all that. I'm just gonna start questioning everything. Yeah,
because he touched a thing,
and he knows that the UNSC can remotely control his suit. Like, they can control the amount of oxygen his brain fucking gets. They're like, make him unconscious, and they just dialed it down.
Yeah, that.
And they have full control of his suit. So why is he even being defiant?
Why do they need Spartans? Why don't they make robots?
Or just...
They are literally in the first episode, they are making them out to see like they are literally robots.
Like mindless.
Like they were literally controlling his fucking suit from another planet.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, it's EMP'd. Let's escape. Like, no.
Yeah, that again also is very convenient where he just touches the artifact and it just fucking EMPs everything except for the ship they're on.
Yeah.
And his suit, by the way, and his suit that's literally powered by electricity.
Can we just take a moment to enjoy how generic the artifact is?
Yeah, it's the artifact.
Painfully generic.
You guys also remember the scene, and we'll get
where
a little more.
And he draws the artifact.
Well, yes, but you remember the scene where they're walking up to the Phantom, and it's an overhead shot on top of the Phantom, and you see that all four of the Spartans walking up, and then it pans to whatever the female Spartan. She's like, Phantom, like over, Chief, Phantom overhead, and he's like, huh? And looks up. Yeah. Oh shit!
How did he not?
And it's like that? Floating up in the fucking air. Yeah.
Fair.
Best fucking Spartan.
How many times have you watched this? Only once?
I watched it one time.
I could only sit through it once.
Okay.
Also, yes, Spartans are all right. I want to talk about the fight scene a little bit.
Which fight scene?
The beginning,
specifically.
The beginning, the battle. So, and this is where I immediately got the impression that they had no idea what Halo is, because I guess it's just a squad of elites.
Yeah, there were no
or something.
There were no grunts.
Like, there was nothing else. They were only elites.
Yeah,
which is not a thing. The only elite squad is
whoever rolls around
the
with
elite
the
honor guard. Well, that's exactly. But they even have grunts with them.
Yeah,
and jackals.
That's true. And then what are the big ones that have the needles coming out of their back and you have to shoot them in the back?
The hunters.
Yeah. I was really hoping that they were going to have some kind of hunters. They're your big tanks. Like there are your
like blast down the gate with the hunter. Like
no, just a bunch of elites.
The elites are absolutely mopping the fucking floor with these normal regular humans, which just have AK-47s and AUGs and Chevy Tahoes and stuff that literally at this point are 500 to 600 years old.
I just wanted to say, did you guys notice how many of their weapons had Picatinny rails with no sights?
Yes.
Just holding a gun, they can't fucking aim.
Well, hey, 500 years from now, Chris, you don't need to aim.
You just shoot and just
500-year-old guns.
That's right.
You adjust your aim according to the puffs of dirt.
25,
it literally takes place in the 2540s, yeah, or 2550s and 40s and 50s, yeah.
I was thinking that was like a minor.
Even suspending, that's minor. The weapons and stuff. I was looking over it. I was like, whatever.
Exactly.
But like, the elites were absolutely fucking destroying the humans. They were
upscaled a bit.
The regular human bullets did nothing to their shields. Like, literally didn't do anything to them.
Which is bullshit.
And then as soon as the 4 Spartans land and they kill an entire platoon of elites, no fucking sweat. No fucking sweat, dude. They were like picking them up like they were puppets and throwing them around. Like, look, Spartans are really fucking strong. They are not stronger than elites. No, they're not. I'm sorry. They're not. Elites can pick up fucking vehicles and shit. No, they're not stronger than elites.
Can I say the one thing that I was like, oh, I kind of like that they did in this scene? I don't remember what exactly was going on, but Master Chief was trying to lay down cover for, I think her name's Kai. the female.
I don't know yet. I don't fucking know. Who knows what
I'm pretty sure
anyone's
her name is Kai. But he was trying to lay down cover for her, and this elite like just laid straight into Master Chief's armor, and it panned into his in-helmet HUD, and you hear the doot 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 doot, and he jumps behind a wall, and then you hear the, and I was like, oh, that was nice. And then after that, I didn't care anymore.
You never hear it once.
I didn't care anymore.
Never hear it again.
I didn't care, but
yeah, that was to get you.
It was
because
and
Sarah was like, oh, I've heard that. I know that. And I'm like, I looked at her and I'm like,
Ward. When the battle started, what about that?
They were all like,
and they don't even say that.
Yeah,
it's the grunts that say that.
They say it in. No, the elites say it in Halo 1, but they say it like not how it's said in the show. It's like a phrase.
It was
different.
In the first 20 minutes of the show, all the references they made were like, oh, it's the plasma pistol.
Look, guys.
Hey, look, you remember that?
I mean, I was
and you're like,
I liked that they were rendered well.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
props.
could tell that one elite charged the plasma pistol and like shot something in the head, and I was like, that's a charged shot. I know that because that's what it is. But other than that, like other than the small little like, hey, you remember this? You remember that?
Yeah, I've played the game references.
Yeah, I
can
didn't care.
also do like I fucking hate it. They did this with the shitty Doom movie. Look,
Yes,
I get
the
it.
first person mode.
I get it. It's a fucking
remind you of the
game.
game.
It's from a game. You don't need to go into first fucking person. I'm
It
sorry.
was so bad. The
I
effect was
don't.
bad.
Stop.
Gray
Stop.
chode.
Yes.
Weapon
Stop.
just cutting down.
Please. I don't need to see first person.
If I need to, I'll go play the
I
fucking
want
game.
it to be a fucking show.
I'll go play the game.
It's not
if I
the
want
game.
First person.
And then,
Truly.
and then again, Master Chief and the other Spartans. Again, here's something else that they want to be like, look, guys, game. And then when that red elite decides he's going to get the fuck up again and start running, which was super, super. I knew immediately when they were like, oh, we both survived. I was like, nah, he's fucked. And then
Truly.
the other
dad?
the other elite, yeah, the other elite, the only elite that survived being shot stood up and just for some reason targeted him. Like instead of the Spartan who had his back turned, targeted the human guy. Wouldn't their motion trackers have gone off in their helmet that you could see in their helmet cam? When it was first person, you could see the motion tracker and everything like that. Yeah,
I guarantee that the people who are directing and writing this don't even know that that's what it is.
no,
They've seen a
probably not.
screenshot of what the HUD looks like, and they were
Yes.
like, "We'll just do that."
Yeah. Also,
Because they said they'd never played
the
the game.
assault rifle is just a 5.56 round,
Yes.
which is it, and yet the AK-47s do no damage, nothing to the elites. Like it literally doesn't
and
penetrate
the
their shields.
AK-47 is a higher caliber round.
I know. And literally, they as soon as the fucking 4 Spartans show up,
Their plot armor's gone.
the pistol is also 5.56. By the way, the assault rifle, the assault rifle shoots the exact same bullets as the pistol, the Magnum, and the Spartans' bullets just go straight. They rinse everybody, dude. Oh yeah, that just.
I liked the way that they did the head popping for the elites, though, with the gore.
Oh, I was fine with the effects. The gore effects are cool. I'm good with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
The
The gore effects were good. That was a plus. I'll give. But it really doesn't get you. It doesn't elevate your show at all. It's just an effect that's cool. It doesn't make your show better.
I need to talk about my biggest.
By the way, I don't want to shit on any of the actors. I think all the actors were fine. They're doing exactly what they're asked to do, and they're performing.
Yeah, it's.
Can I just
Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. My biggest gripe through the whole thing was when Chief took his helmet off.
It made me so angry.
I always liked not knowing what his race was or like anything about it. It didn't matter. Catherine was sitting next to me and watching the show with me, and I had literally just finished saying, like, just explaining what I liked about not knowing what his race was. Like, she looked up who the actor was that played him, and I was like, that doesn't matter. He's a guy in a suit. It could be anybody. Who cares? But as soon as he was like, I'm going to make her feel at home by knowing, shoot me in the head if you want to kill me. It's like, fuck that scene.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be straight up. I don't have a problem with them revealing what he looks like. What I do have a problem with is them doing it in literally episode fucking 1.
Yeah, it's like what they did with
and then
Mando.
the rest of the episode, he doesn't wear his helmet. The last 10 minutes.
It's like what they did with Mando. They should have done it the way they did Mando.
Where he never
takes it off like
until
2
the
or
big
3
reveal.
times, I think, the entire show. This just makes it feel like it's going to be a common thing that Chief's going to walk around without his helmet on.
Yes, which again, to be fair, that's a cut. They do that. Spartans do that.
And then,
like if you play Halo Reach, they all walk around with their fucking helmets off. You know what all of them look like.
From an actor's perspective,
but still,
you don't want to walk around and have your face not shown when literally your face is your entire being.
Is your brand.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't care about what the guy looks like. I don't care that they showed his face.
I care that they showed his face.
Again, there's no payoff.
Mm-mm.
There's no payoff. It's episode fucking 1.
But there was no build up.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It didn't.
There was no build up.
It didn't
for
matter.
That payoff.
So to people that have never played it, you know what they probably think? Everybody knows what Master Chief looks like.
Yep.
Because it wasn't a thing. It wasn't like she was just like, "Do you ever take that off?" And then he cracks a joke. It's like, "Are you nuts and bolts?"
A horrible joke.
Okay, cool.
You're not a robot. Like, how you put this?
Sure.
You know what? In the beginning, when the elite fucking kills her dad, super predictably with the energy sword, like
yeah, when he should have just ran up behind, the Spartan that they reference the demon when they like, God damn it.
I'm like, why do they know he's the demon?
World, in this, so at that time he's known as the demon because he's legendary. He's legendary to the Covenant because they can't fucking kill him. He's legendary to he is a demon, not like Spartan.
Not all Spartans are a demon.
It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's really annoying to me because like by the time the games start, he's the last. Well, he's the last Spartan 2, which is like the last of the most badass Spartans. But in this one, I guess we just have like
6 of them chilling.
We just have a billion. This also seems to be like the start of the war, which again, timeline's fucking weird.
Yeah, why are they the demon if it's just starting and we're like, there's a thing called the Covenant, guys. We need help fighting it.
Yeah, like those humans didn't even know the Covenant was a thing. They just thought that the aliens were UNSC like propaganda.
I mean, Covenant, like the lack of diversity in the Covenant that it showed in this episode, I also found annoying. But the things they got wrong immediately were glaring to me. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything that was wrong was like, what? Why was this decision made? Who said this was a good idea?
Yeah, can I ask you guys a question?
What about that insurrection with Halsey and the government and all that shit?
Also,
Why?
stupid. They're immediately showing that the UNSC is incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In the first episode of the show, humanity's last hope is immediately incompetent compared to one Spartan and one scientist. But let me ask you guys a question. So it's kind of implied that the war has just started, right, between the Covenant and humans in this show. But they discover the Halo ring in this series because we've seen it. We've seen it in the trailer.
Yep.
How long do you guys think the human Covenant war lasted, and when they discovered the Halo ring?
In the books? In the lore?
In the lore.
No idea.
It's got to be at least 100 years.
Any guess? Well, it's not 100 years, no. But
like
the war's
years?
total length was 28 years.
Fuck. Okay.
And they discovered the Halo ring within the last year of the war.
Oh,
the first
damn.
one. So,
we're going to discover it next episode. He's going to fly and just randomly find it in space. Oh, what the fuck is that? And go right to it.
Oh my god. I'm almost certain that that's how episode 2 is going to go, where they're just flying off randomly, and they're just gonna stumble upon the ring.
They're gonna see it like, oh, what the fuck is that? Something that thousands and thousands of people like leaving this planet and flying around and doing shit.
I also want to
just
ask,
all missed.
Why are the Covenant still in the same timeline again? Why did they not know, assuming they didn't know, that humans were reclaimers if they had a human on High Charity?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
So why, how did they form their religion? Are they just going to say that, like, that they found humanity because of this bitch, this one human lady?
Like, how are they going to explain it?
But how does she can't be hundreds of years old. She's just a human. So, like, she had to be born on Earth or on a human planet. So,
I have no answers. No answers that are satisfying enough to answer that question.
And they believe them as like, literally an affront to their gods. They would not tolerate the existence of a human on High Charity.
No. There would be an insurrection. They would be like,
yes,
heresy. They literally kill heretics. So,
yeah, they only spare the Arbiter because he's one of the most elite elites, and they basically tell him to go do suicide missions as his sentence after they brand him a heretic for letting the original ring be destroyed. It wasn't even his own actions; it was just an ineptitude that got him that sentenced him as a heretic.
He should have died defending it.
Has done so much wrong.
And the prophets, you know how the prophets talking to her like, oh yeah, maybe one day you'll read me the human stories or whatever like that. Fuck no! Hell no!
No.
Hell no!
They wouldn't need that.
Again, they think humans are an affront to everything that they stand for. And that's why they want to annihilate them. So, I'm only episode 1 in, and I'm already borderline hate them.
How annoying was the whole, like, send everybody to it, surround the whole fucking...
With the fucking thousands of men.
Why?
Like, look, Master Chief's really awesome. He's not that awesome. I'm sorry. Like,
and he's not gonna kill... He's...
And then Halsey just literally like, oh yeah, if they try to kill him, you guys just kill all of them. You just kill them all. Kill all of them. To the other 3 Spartans. What?
Huh.
And I love how they're monitoring everything going on, and the president, who the fuck was that Indian woman, or that was like
she's an admiral.
Okay,
what the?
She was so fucking like, why do you take his helmet off? Huh? Why is she not already dead? Not obeying orders? She's not unconscious. Like, every single fucking word that came out of her mouth was just her constantly being a bitch.
What's the point with Cortana right now? She's in clone?
I don't know. We don't know.
No.
We're not going to
do the Cortana program. We're not doing it. Okay, so don't talk about it again, motherfucker.
Also, the Cortana. So.
That's what she said. That's what she called it.
I know that. I know.
Okay.
I know. I'll wait to see what they say she is. Like, in the lore, Halsey just created an AI clone of herself. That's what Cortana is.
I'm very upset, but not surprised. If that makes sense.
It's disappointing.
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm definitely disappointed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just like, I knew. My first red flag was when that shot came out of the woods, like, and took that chick's head off.
I thought that was cool.
And then they were like, I thought it was awesome too, but I was like, we didn't see where that shot came from. It was just one of those, like, effects. You know what I mean? You don't see where it originates from.
Well, I think at first I was digging it during the
but
beginning.
Then they let her run that whole fucking distance. Like, they were pursuing her super aggressively and violently. And then they were just like...
Yeah, and they had their invisibility, like, they were cloaked, which, again, was really cool. And then it lasted... I just now thought about this. It lasted a really long time for those motherfuckers. But yeah,
But then that last dude-
the one guy that used it to escape, it worked
Bumps
for like
into someone.
7 seconds.
I remember that.
It's true. It climbs into the fucking banshee that was conveniently no one noticed, and it's
Yeah,
just
that
like,
was conveniently right there. I was like, pew! Super
Away.
fucking far away, dude. Oh my god.
and the banshee was uncharacteristically really fucking fast.
Yes. Oh man,
So safe to say we're going to have a
not
lot to
looking
say
forward to episode 2.
about this show.
Yeah, can I say something about this? What this first episode, it felt like a fan-made fan fiction.
Like, you
Yes,
should find it on
literally.
YouTube.
Yeah.
However, The
But
Fall
you
of
would
Reach
honestly-
was so
on
much
YouTube
better.
if it was fan-made. It was.
Honestly,
significantly
Halo
better.
4 Forward Unto Dawn was better.
Way better.
Oh, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, where it just like focuses on the cadets.
Yeah, I think
and- yeah.
it's a regular movie now, available to buy, isn't it? Like, you can buy it on DVD.
But that's
Yeah.
way better. Like, they
Knew
fucking
the story.
went through the time to build the characters, make you understand what they're fighting for, and then when everything goes to shit, you're like, you feel a sense of urgency and concern for them. Whereas here, it's just immediately like, hey guys, we're getting high. Oh shit. We're getting fucked now. And the next thing you know, everyone's dead. Like, this whole, what even was that? Was that a village? Everyone just gets put into the
I don't know what they were
chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're hiding there. And the elites just conveniently kill everyone, and then they're just like, open the door. Oh, murder everyone in there. It's just, I don't know. What was the point of hiding there?
It was.
Like, what are they doing
I'm at
there?
a loss.
What is nothing? We get no answers because they gave us no context. They were just like,
Yeah,
hey guys,
did the elites
violence.
decide to come and kill that settlement because they thought they were discovered, even though they could have just killed like the 5 kids and been like, all right, whatever, let's continue doing what we're doing.
and if they are,
Like, did they not
trying to,
know
like,
that
take over
settlement
that
was
planet?
there? Or
like, what's the point of this thing here? Like, is there only one? Is this just a random lone thing? Or are there a lot of different ones around on the planet? What's the point of the
I
artifact?
don't
Why
know,
did it
man.
seem like the
I don't
Covenant
know.
dude didn't know what the fuck the artifact was? Like, when he was observing from a distance, he seemed
Well,
surprised.
to be fair, because now that lore wise makes sense because only reclaimers can activate Forerunner artifacts.
So they just know it's a mysterious religious relic. And then when it's activated, they're like, oh fuck. My
Covenant,
religion must be
yes.
true.
Well, according to his religion, what he saw shouldn't have been true.
Right?
So, yeah,
We're going to have plenty to say over this next few months while the show comes out, that's for sure.
I'm just curious what the fallout's about to be. Like, they fled, okay, and they're rebooting their systems, okay. So what then?
Yeah,
What,
so
what
like
about the fucking
Master
squad
Chief-
that's standing there in among like 1,000 people, just like with their
that
guns?
decided to literally like put their guns on the UNSC troops.
Yeah, the UNSC troops were like, are you putting that at me? It was the looks that they had right before that EMP went off.
Yep.
And it was like, what's your follow-up plan? You kill these 2 guys, and then everyone around you with fully automatic weaponry and explosives and shit is just going to stand by and watch. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I never
You're
Master Chief's enemy. Why is that where they're going with it right now?
Say that again. When you were
Why are they
moving your mic
making? Sorry, guys. Why are they deciding to make the UNSC the enemy?
in episode 1?
Yeah, like why is it Master Chief is automatically?
Yeah, humanity's last hope
Yeah,
against the Covenant.
and they're automatically vilifying it, like the main, the good guys, so to speak.
Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah. I don't know.
Are they gonna? Is Master Chief gonna be like the champion of the rebels?
Oh no. Oh god.
Or maybe he's gonna meet up, like he's gonna land on a Covenant ship, and he's gonna find the Arbiter in there. And he's gonna be chained up in his fucking armor, and he's gonna come up and fucking rescue him. And then
See,
together,
that would be on par because that would make total sense because those people don't. I'm sure they don't understand what the Arbiter is or why he's the Arbiter. because
Right.
he's only the Arbiter after he fails to secure the first Halo ring.
Right.
That would make total sense for the Arbiter to be in this whole in like episode 2.
Fuck it.
God,
Yeah.
God damn it.
I just feel like since they threw everything out the window, I feel very insecure about this series. I know it's not going to be good. It already feels like that.
And I'm
But I
definitely
enjoy
like
watching
for the record, I'm one to say like it doesn't need to be exactly the
No,
same.
not at all.
Like I don't care. But this is
At least
it needs to be good.
have some coherence.
If it's not going to be the same, it better be fucking good.
See,
And
I enjoyed it in like a guilty pleasure kind of way. Like, this is shitty, but I'm kind of enjoying just the ride of it. You know what I mean?
man, I'm too
My
big a
brain
Halo
picks
fan
it
to feel
apart.
like that. Too big.
My
a
brain
Halo fan
picks
to
it
feel that
apart
way.
and hates it for like when I analyze it. But if I don't analyze it, I can enjoy the fucking, oh haha, I see that gun. Oh haha, I see this guy got his legs blown off. Cool. Moving on. But I'm just not sure how long that novelty is going to last.
Yeah, how are they going to introduce the Flood into this series?
Oh my god.
How is Master Chief going to fight the Flood by himself with no army behind him?
I'm just more concerned about the Flood. Like, what are they going to do? I don't see how they're going to do that without fucking it up.
There's no way they can't.
Like, they're probably just not even going to say the Flood's there and that the rings are just for total universal extinction and just ignore the Flood entirely.
Oh, no.
No.
I bet that's what they'll do.
No.
They cannot
Mr.
forget.
No.
They cannot forget the
No.
Flood.
No. Mr. Chief.
That's totally on par for Mexican grandma to call her Mr. Chief instead of Master Chief. Hey, play the game with the Mr. Chief. Mr. Chief?
Love it.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. All right, well, I think we've shat on it enough. That was only episode 1, and we shat on it for 30 minutes.
Ouch.
And it was an hour-long show. And we shat on it for half
You know
of its
what
length.
upset me is that I was sitting there waiting for it to be over because I was like, fucking hell, the Wildcats are playing in the Sweet 16 right now. The U.S. men's national soccer team is playing. I wanted to watch the U.S. men's national soccer team more than I wanted to watch this Halo show halfway through. And the Suns were playing that night too. I was like, there's 3 other things I want to be watching, but I'm watching this right now.
I just don't. I can't even think of how. And I've a lot of people that got press release copies of this or like screenings saw the first 2 episodes, and I don't want to get you guys too excited, but apparently the second episode is even worse.
All right.
Shocking.
Can't wait.
So on that, I guess we'll end there.
Well,
But apparently it's super fucking boring and even worse.
predictions, guys, real fast. Is this
half of
capable
the episode,
of being redeemed?
maybe,
series?
but probably not. Probably not.
I don't think so. I think
Damage is done.
we're too far gone.
And
I don't know
the
how
trajectory that they're taking it already just seems so fucking bad.
They've already destroyed so much in one episode. I don't know how you could fix it. Like, at this point, what can Master Chief do to not even be like, to not be court-martialed?
Like, why would he risk his entire military career for
Over
a random...
one little girl, or one, like, 20-year-old chick that...
Like,
he's
maybe he
apparent-
would say, I'm not going to kill her, but they would just be like, alright, we will. Bop. Done. Like, he's fucked. He can't outrun the UNSC's reach. He can't operate by himself.
I was
Nice
going
pun
to say,
there,
nicely
Chris. That was a
done.
good pun.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's funny because
Anyway.
that was Reach that they
Yeah,
were
that
on.
planet was reached.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to send it out on that terrible disappointment?
Oh,
that was
man,
Halo
I will.
Episode
I
1.
will. As always, folks, Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Nerdy as Hell podcast. Remember to follow us on all socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Like Matt said earlier in the episode, our new episode release days are going to be Tuesday, same time, 4 a.m. Eastern. I believe we got the issue with Apple Podcasts fixed, or at least resolved.
Yes.
Cool. So,
yes,
on anywhere you like to get your podcasts, you can find us, the Nerdy as Hell Pod. And as always, be sure to drop us your own comments, suggestions. Tell us your thoughts about how you felt about the premiere of the Halo show on Paramount Plus. And I think I covered all of our bases there. Next week, hopefully, maybe we'll be doing a fresh episode. I know I keep saying that.
Yeah.
But this time I think it's going to stick. Unless something...
No pun intended. We bit off a lot on this with like 9 restaurants. So
unless something absolutely mind-fuckingly boggling happens this week, we should be good to do the Fry episode next week, which I'm excited for. I think that'll be a fun one.
Even if we can't all finish them all, just like what we've got,
yeah.
fuck it, I don't care anymore.
But
so yeah, Fry's next week, and hopefully Attack on Titan finale.
I'm gonna send us out. If that's all right with you guys. Anybody else got anything to say?
I'm good.
All right, y'all. Tune in next week. Thanks for listening, and remember, stay unapologetically nerdy.
My